So today I want to talk about quickly about how to start a YouTube channel, and I'm going to make it really, really simple. Step number one is showing up. That's pretty much it. It's giving yourself an accountability and saying, I'm going to do this for 100 days. And I don't care how terrible I am. I doesn't matter how confused I get or if I don't know what I'm talking about. The most important thing is you press the record button and you show up. So several years ago, I started showing up and pressing the live button on Facebook. I didn't know what to say, didn't know what I was saying, but I literally pressed live. And when I was live, I said, hey guys, this is Tatiana Parlay, and I have no idea what to talk about. All I know is that I have to show up. And I literally was saying that, and people were showing up for me because I was showing up. And I was showing up authentic, and I was showing up real, and I was showing up imperfect. And I know YouTube, you have to be a little bit more polished. But at the end of the day, when you first start anything, it's not about being perfect. It's not about having it right. It's not about, well, what am I going to talk about? Well, I'm not as good as everybody else. Well, I don't know the techniques or the little buttons or the little sounds like other people. Here's the thing. You just have to press live. You just have to press the record button and you've got to post. That's it. If you can do that for at least 100 days, then you're going to end up advancing and getting better. As soon as you take that first step going forward, whatever step that comes after, it just gets easier. But you've got to start. And I love this. There's this great quote. I don't remember who said it, but the quote is pretty simple. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And in order to get good at anything, you have to take that first step and just say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to make an effort. I don't know how to do this correctly, but I'm going to give it a try. Right now, I'm actually recording on my phone. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm actually doing a 100-day trial on showing up every single day on YouTube, just using my phone without making it perfect, without having all the great lights, without having knowledge of how to be able to, do I introduce myself? Do I tell you to subscribe? Do I tell you to give me some comments below? I know there's a flow to it. I know there's a rhythm to it. And I know that it's going to come through the process with me making the first step, which is clicking record, speaking my thoughts and my feelings, making that first start, posting it, even if nobody's watching. The goal is to show up, record, and post it, and make sure you're doing it consistently every single day, just to get into that action and into that rhythm. And then the rest follows. How to tell people to subscribe, when to tell people to subscribe, to press the alert button, notification button, to give me some comments. How were you feeling when you first started a YouTube channel? All of these different things and all these different best ways of communicating comes after. It comes after you press the record button and post. It comes after you show up every single day the way that I'm showing up right now. So that's kind of it. If you want to do something, whatever it is, the first step is showing up imperfect, without knowing everything, without knowing anything, just knowing enough to show up. Just enough to take action. Just enough to move you a little bit forward. If you get better at whatever it is that you're doing, is it just a little fraction of percentage a day, in 1 year, you could be about 20% improved. I actually listened to this in a book called The One Thing. Really, really great book. And it's like it really helps you understand things, that if you just have an incremental movement, an incremental shift towards improvement, towards progress, towards a direction that you like to get better at, towards your goal, just a little small percentage. If you do a little bit every single day and improve just a tiny bit every day, within 1 year, you would have improved yourself and your actions and your progress by about 20%. And that's huge. So imagine after 1 year, you do a little bit more each day, and then another year passes and another year passes. So every single day, the whole goal to get better at anything, and Gary Vaynerchuk teaches this all the time. He just teaches this. He's like, the most important thing you got to do is you just got to show up. You got to show up. You got to post 4 times a day. You got to post on all across all platforms. And it doesn't matter what other people think, and steal your ideas from other people. That is the key. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't try to come up with things on your own. Go find 4 or 5 people that you absolutely love and you love their content, and watch their stuff and take notes from them and just copy them. Do what they're doing. I've been listening to Dr. Demartini a lot recently, and I love the idea of how he literally shows up just like this. He's got curtains behind him. He doesn't have anything fancy. He just shows up and he talks. And I love listening to him for a video of about 30 minutes. And he doesn't do anything fancy. He doesn't add extra videos. He doesn't add extra music. He doesn't really go out. He just shows up as him. And I love him, Dr. Demartini. And I love his story. And I love how he teaches. He teaches about the universe and energy fields and the ability to manifest and how we're all capable. And, you know, some people love watching all of the beautiful theatrical stuff. I prefer to just watch the person and listen to their story and what it is that they've learned. And you can do the same. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be perfect. The more imperfect you are, the more relatable you are, and the more other people can relate to you. So just show up. Just start by showing up. Press record. Say hello. Talk about what you're passionate about. Talk about what speaks to you. Talk about a struggle that you've had and how you've overcome it. Never talk about a struggle without talking about how you overcame it. And eventually it just kind of comes. It comes naturally. So you don't have to be great to start. You've got to start. You just have to start just a little bit every day to get better, to become great. I hope this helps. I love you. Give it a try.